You do a lot of college football work. What games have you excited and intrigued this weekend in college football?
Two big ones. I'll start there in your neck of the woods with Ohio State and Iowa. It is Ohio State's first real test of the year, and Iowa, look, they're always really good on defense. And they've got a spectacular running back named Caleb Johnson, who's second in the country in rushing right now. I see Iowa covering. It's a 19 or 20 point spread in favor of Ohio State right now. I don't think it should be that wide. I think Iowa's offense is significantly better than last year, and their defense is still really good. That's going to be a fun game. And then one in the SEC, Missouri going down to Texas A&M is a fun one at Kyle Field. Missouri coming off a bye week, but they have yet to play their best football, even though they're 4-0. They need to execute better or they will lose this game. This is really, I think, a line of demarcation for Missouri as to whether they're a playoff contender or they're just a pretty good team. This is a huge game for them down at A&M.
Yeah, Missouri is one of those teams that, they joined the SEC and it looks like they're ascending dramatically relative to their football program.
Yeah, absolutely. They are ascending. They had a big ascent last year, finishing in the top 10, getting a bowl win over Ohio State was huge for their program. But again, they're right now they're 4-0, and on the surface, all the stats look great. They're not playing their best football. If Missouri does play their best football, they're one of the 8 or 10 best teams in the country, but we've yet to see that. They need to bring it this week in a tough environment. And Texas A&M, have had some quarterback switches and injuries and things happening, and they're kind of still trying to find their wheelhouse under Mike Elko. But this is a game I think that's a good barometer for both teams to see where they're at. Missouri is ascending, absolutely, but how far up can they ascend and can they execute on a better level than they have lately?
Who's impressed you with Ohio State? You mentioned the Ohio State, Iowa, and in this area, former MAC head coach Tim Lester is now the Hawkeyes offensive coordinator. Who's impressed you with the Buckeyes?
Well, it has to start with Jeremiah Smith, right? The receiver, the true freshman receiver. He's a freak of nature. He's gotten Julio Jones and AJ Green comps. He's amazing, and he's such a huge X factor, I think, for this race for the national title, because there was a question, man, we just lost Marvin Harrison Jr. What are we going to do? Well, apparently the answer came in a true freshman, and Smith has been amazing. And then defensively, just how well-rounded their defense is. Guys like Jack Sawyer playing great. Lathan Ransom on the back end is our highest-graded safety in the country right now. And if I was picking someone for Ohio State preseason that would have taken that title, I would have picked Caleb Downs, but you've got him and Ransom playing great on the back end. But, the headline right now is Jeremiah Smith at receiver. It's just freakish what he can do out there, honestly.